Um, 94 Cowboys they were good everywhere, right? They had a good line, good linebackers, good secondary. And you used, I thought early in the game, Charles Haley's unbelievable pursuit against him by bootlegging in his face for some big plays. I mean, it happened once or twice, I think, in the first half, and they were huge plays. Um, would you try to use Brock a little bit in the bootleg game? Do you expect Philly to be sky high and over pursue? And if you're the 49ers, can you do something and call the kind of play early on that either it's a bootleg or use their incredible pursuit and over aggressiveness against them early?
Larry, the game has changed in the last 5 years. I've said this. I say this to everybody because of how they've forced defenders to break down and use their arms to tackle. They can't launch. They can't attack the way that they used to be able to. They've got to be very much more careful. That slows the game down. It creates a lot more space. And so in a big game where every first down and every kind of thing that is necessary to kind of make sure that you win the game, to me, Brock Purdy on his horse, getting out there, doing some fun stuff, absolutely. Like, we've got to figure out a ways to get some of those easier yards that are out there in the league today, and especially in a big game, that could be the difference. So Brock can do it. He can handle it. He can manage it. I feel like Brock is super aware of the football. I don't know how you, I mean, he gets hit and blindsided, and that ball is tight. He's not a guy that's the ball strip sacked, return for a touchdown. Like, he's just not that guy. And so there's a lot of things that I think you can lean into Brock and know that nothing corny or catastrophic is going to happen. And I like the idea. What you're describing is let's lean into things that aren't going to ask him to decipher through a bunch of, sideline to sideline reads or something super complex. Not that he can't do it. Just I'm not going to ask him to do that 10 times, but I can ask him to get out on an edge, make a 1-2 read, or decide to go, or even some bootlegs or something else that he just defined runs. The 11th guy out of the huddle, I always thought that was a great advantage. The 11th guy in the huddle can run the football with a lead blocker, like get some yards. So I like where you're going in a big game. And I think the game is set more than ever for a quarterback to go do that.